So every night before I go to sleep, I don't know if it's just me or if everyone else is the same, but when I go into bed, the first thing I do isn't go to sleep. I just don't feel completely ready to go to sleep yet when I've just got into the bed. So I tend to talk to myself a little bit, which I know sounds insane. I can promise you I'm not, mentally ill. I think it's what a lot of people do when it's dark, silent, you've got nothing else to do. Your brain just thinks of things that you don't normally think about when you're not laid in bed in the dark, in silence. So yeah, I have these really deep thoughts every night before I go to sleep, and I think about random things, but interesting things at the same time that you think, I should bring that up to someone. And here I am now talking about last night's thoughts to the camera before I forget them, because they were quite, well, to me they were interesting. So last night I laid in the bed, wasn't quite ready to go to sleep as usual, and I was thinking about the past and the future. Stuff like what was life like 1,000 years ago. But I was also thinking about the future. But a thought randomly came to me about 1,000 years from now, technology is going to be immense. So if humans are still existing in 1,000 years, which I'm guessing there will be, the technology might be there for them to go back in time or teleport to the future or, go back to the past. Which got me thinking, what happens if that's already happened? And what happens if that does happen? Like in 1,000 years from now, they create this thing where you can go back in time 1,000 years. We'd come back alive. Theoretically, we'd be back alive again because they've came back in time to meet the people of 1,000 years ago, and we'll be them people from 1,000 years ago. And I think that's just really interesting. But then I thought, what happens if that's already happened? What happens if that's already happened? Like there's people from the future already here. So we've already lived this life 1,000 years ago. This has happened 1,000 years ago, but they've came back. So, yeah. But then I thought my theory's a little bit flawed, because if that was the case, surely they would say, hey, we're from the future. But then I thought, hang on a minute, they probably wouldn't tell us. They probably got told not to tell us, because we'd probably put them in captive or something, to do scientific experiments on them or something. And they won't want to bring us to the future, because imagine the population in 1,000 years' time. It'd be too high for them to bring people 1,000 years ago to there, because the population would be too big. What? What are you doing? And then that spurred the thought of what if we're the sons of the sons of the sons of the sons who came back in time from 1,000 years, and we just don't know about it because they're obviously dead. I don't know, it's just a weird thought, isn't it? I think it's a really good idea for like a book or a movie or something, but I'm not gonna do that. Just thought I'd share that moment with you that I had. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below what you think about when you're on your own, in the dark, in silence. Unless you're just normal and you go straight to sleep. But I don't. Yeah, that's the end of the video.